To truly understand the Sire Bond's impact on Damon and Elena's relationship, we must first decipher its mechanics. The bond is often confused with traditional compulsion, the ability vampires have to erase memories, alter emotions, and force humans to do their bidding. But the Sire Bond is something different. It's subtler, it's more insidious, and it's far more complex than most fans, and even some characters initially understood. Before you start watching, please help the channel thrive. Give it a like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment if you relate to anything or want to dive into some topics together. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Over the course of Season 4, The Vampire Diaries slowly reveals the rules of the Sire Bond through dialogue, character interactions, and key plot twists. By examining these rules, we can separate fact from fiction and gain a deeper understanding of how the bond influenced Damon and Elena's relationship without stripping Elena of her agency. Let's start with the most basic question. What is the Sire Bond? According to Sage, the ancient vampire who first explains the bond to Damon and Elena, the Sire Bond is a supernatural connection that forms when a human is turned into a vampire by someone they admire, respect, or feel a deep connection to before their transition. Sage describes it as a biological and emotional link, one that's hardwired into the fledgling's vampire DNA. Unlike traditional compulsion, which is temporary and can be broken with enough willpower or magic, the Sire Bond is permanent, unless the sire releases the fledgling from it, or the fledgling's feelings for the sire change so drastically that the bond is severed. But what exactly does the bond do? Sage lays out the core rule in Season 4, Episode 8. The fledgling will do anything to make their sire happy. Their desires become your desires. Their pain becomes your pain. This might sound like blatant control, but the show's portrayal of the bond is far more nuanced. The Sire Bond doesn't force the fledgling to act against their will. It doesn't make them do things they fundamentally disagree with. Instead, it amplifies their existing feelings for the sire, making the sire's happiness a top priority. It's a subtle shift in motivation, not a complete erasure of the fledgling's identity. To illustrate this, let's look at one of the most iconic examples of the Sire Bond in action. Season 4, Episode 10, After School Special. In this episode, Damon is injured by a werewolf bite, a wound that's fatal to vampires. Elena, overwhelmed by panic and fear, rushes to his side. When Bonnie tells her that the only cure for a werewolf bite is the blood of the original werewolf, Klaus Michelson, Elena doesn't hesitate. She goes to Klaus, begs him for his blood, and even agrees to help him find a way to create more hybrids, something she would have never done before the bond. But here's the key. Elena's decision to save Damon isn't forced. She's always cared about Damon, even when she was with Stefan. She's risked her life for him multiple times before she became a vampire. The bond doesn't make her care about him. It makes her care about him more. It removes the emotional barriers she'd built up, allowing her to act on her feelings without hesitation. Another example comes in Season 4, Episode 12, A View to a Kill. Damon, still struggling with his feelings for Elena and the ethics of the bond, decides to test its limits. He tells Elena to stay away from Stefan, to cut off all contact with him. Elena is devastated. She loves Stefan, and the thought of losing him breaks her heart. But she also feels the pull of the bond, the desire to make Damon happy. In the end, she doesn't listen to Damon. She continues to see Stefan, to fight for their relationship. This moment is crucial because it proves that the Sire Bond doesn't strip Elena of her agency. She's able to resist Damon's request, to act on her own desires, even when the bond is pushing her in the opposite direction. As Elena tells Damon later, "I can't just turn off my feelings for Stefan. The bond doesn't make me forget who I am. It just makes me want to make you happy." This distinction between influence and control is key to understanding the Sire Bond's mechanics. To further explore this, we can turn to the work of psychologist Edward Deci, who developed the self-determination theory. Deci argues that human behavior is driven by three core needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. When these needs are met, people are more likely to act voluntarily, to internalize their motivations, and to feel a sense of fulfillment. When these needs are thwarted, people are more likely to feel resentful, disconnected, and controlled. Before we move on to the next topic, if you have anything you'd like to dive deeper into from the previous segment, please leave a comment below. Give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. The Sire Bond, despite its supernatural nature, aligns with Deci's theory. It doesn't thwart Elena's need for autonomy. It enhances her need for relatedness. Elena already feels a deep connection to Damon. She already admires him, even if she won't admit it. The bond simply amplifies that connection, making her desire to be close to him, to make him happy, more intense. But she still retains her autonomy. She still has the ability to make her own choices, to act on her own values, and to resist Damon's requests when they conflict with her own desires. This is why she's able to continue seeing Stefan, to stand up to Damon when he's being unreasonable, and to ultimately break free from the bond when she realizes that her feelings for Damon are genuine. Another key aspect of the Sire Bond's mechanics is its subtlety. Unlike traditional compulsion, which often leaves the victim feeling vacant or disconnected, the bond's influence is almost imperceptible. Elena doesn't feel like she's being controlled. She feels like she's falling in love. She's confused by her feelings, yes, but she doesn't feel like a puppet. This subtlety is intentional, both from a narrative and a psychological perspective. The show's creators wanted to blur the line between genuine love and supernatural influence, forcing both Elena and the audience to question the nature of her feelings. Psychologically, this subtlety aligns with the concept of priming, a phenomenon where exposure to a stimulus influences a person's behavior or feelings without their awareness. For example, if you're primed with images of love and romance, you're more likely to feel romantic feelings towards someone. The Sire Bond acts like a supernatural form of priming. It primes Elena to feel more intensely about Damon, to prioritize his happiness, and to act on her feelings for him all, without her realizing that the bond is influencing her. This is why Elena is so confused by her feelings. She thinks she's falling in love with Damon on her own, but the bond is subtly pushing her in that direction. But here's the crucial point. Priming only works if there's already a foundation for the behavior or feeling. You can't prime someone to love someone they have no connection to. You can't prime someone to prioritize someone's happiness if they don't already care about them. The Sire Bond works for Elena and Damon because there's already a deep connection between them. They've shared moments of vulnerability, of trust, of mutual respect. They've saved each other's lives countless times. The bond doesn't create that connection, it amplifies it. It removes the emotional barriers Elena has built up, allowing her to act on her feelings without hesitation. To further illustrate this, let's compare Elena's Sire Bond to another famous example of supernatural manipulation in television: Buffy Summers' relationship with Angelus in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. When Angel loses his soul and becomes Angelus, he manipulates Buffy emotionally, using her love for him to hurt her. His manipulation is blatant, cruel, and designed to strip Buffy of her agency. The Sire Bond, by contrast, is not cruel. It's not designed to hurt Elena. It's a byproduct of her transition, a reflection of her existing feelings for Damon. Damon doesn't use the bond to manipulate Elena, at least, not intentionally. In fact, he's horrified by the bond's existence, because he wants Elena to love him for who he is, not because of a supernatural connection. This brings us to another key rule of the Sire Bond: the Sire's feelings matter. Sage explains in Season 4, Episode 8 that the bond is a two-way street. The fledgling's feelings for the Sire are amplified, but the Sire also feels a connection to the fledgling. Damon's love for Elena is genuine, and that love strengthens the bond. If Damon didn't care about Elena, the bond would be weaker, or it might not exist at all. This is why the bond is so powerful for Damon and Elena, because their feelings for each other are mutual. It's not just Elena who's drawn to Damon, it's Damon who's drawn to Elena. And that mutual attraction makes the bond stronger, more intense, and more meaningful. Elena's inner turmoil is a central part of the Sire Bond's narrative, and it's a testament to her agency. Throughout Season 4, Elena struggles with her feelings for Damon, torn between her love for Stefan and her newfound attraction to Damon. She questions whether her feelings for Damon are real, whether they're a product of the bond, or whether they're a mix of both. This inner conflict is crucial because it shows that Elena is not a passive victim of the bond. She's an active participant in her own emotions, questioning, doubting, and ultimately choosing what she wants. In Season 4, Episode 15, Stand By Me, Elena's inner turmoil reaches a breaking point. Stefan, devastated by Elena's growing connection to Damon, confronts her. Is it the bond? Or is it really him? He asks, his voice filled with pain. Elena doesn't have an answer. She's as confused as he is. I don't know, she admits. I want to say it's the bond. I want to believe that I'm still the same person who left you. But I can't stop thinking about him. I can't stop wanting him. This moment is raw, honest, and deeply human. It shows that Elena is not just a pawn in a supernatural game. She's a woman struggling with her own heart, trying to navigate the messy, complicated reality of love. To understand Elena's inner turmoil, we can turn to the work of psychologist Erik Erikson, who developed the theory of psychosocial development. Erikson argued that young adults, ages 18-40, face a crisis of intimacy versus isolation, where they must develop deep, meaningful relationships while also maintaining their sense of self. For Elena, the Sire Bond complicates this crisis. She's trying to develop intimacy with both Stefan and Damon, but the bond is making it difficult for her to maintain her sense of self. She's questioning who she is, what she wants, and what kind of love she deserves. But here's the silver lining. This inner turmoil ultimately makes Elena stronger. It forces her to confront her own desires, to question her own beliefs, and to make choices that are true to herself. By the end of Season 4, Elena is able to break free from the Sire Bond, not because of magic or external intervention, but because she's able to confront her true feelings for Damon. She realizes that her feelings for him are real, that they're not just a product of the bond. And in doing so, she's able to embrace her love for him, fully and unapologetically. As we reflect on the Sire Bond's mechanics, we see a complex, nuanced, supernatural phenomenon that's far more than a plot device. It's a tool for exploring the nature of love, desire, and agency. It's a way to blur the line between genuine emotion and external influence, forcing both the characters and the audience to question what it means to truly love someone. The bond doesn't control Elena. It influences her. It doesn't erase her identity. It amplifies it. And in the end, it's a testament to Elena's strength of character that she's able to navigate the bond's influence, confront her true feelings, and make choices that are true to herself. In the next chapter, we'll explore the organic seeds of love that existed between Damon and Elena before the Sire Bond, showcasing their undeniable chemistry and shared moments. We'll analyze how certain emotional beats and confessions occurred outside direct Sire Bond influence, proving that their love was real long before the bond amplified it. And we'll discuss Damon's evolving character, showing how his genuine love for Elena led him to want her to be free, demonstrating his selflessness. But for now, let's celebrate the complexity of the Sire Bond's mechanics. It's a supernatural force that's both subtle and powerful, both influencing and empowering. And it's a key part of what makes Damon and Elena's love story so compelling, because it's not just a love story about two people. It's a love story about two people navigating the messy, complicated reality of love, even when supernatural forces are working to pull them together.